briefing session of the Adamjee Life Assurance Company Limited. We welcome all the participants here, including our stakeholders and all the analysts from the industry. This, as compulsory and are also been outlined in the Pakistan's stock exchange PSX rule book, that each company is required to have a corporate briefing session. And accordingly, in addition to that, the guidelines issued by the Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan and accordingly seconded by the Pakistan Stock Exchange. Each company, each listed company is required to have a corporate briefing session and corporate briefing session with the inclusion of some of the specified officers of the company as fall under the definition of the officer under the section 2 of the Companies Act 2017. And in compliance, first of all, in compliance with that, the notice of the corporate
Recording
briefing
in
session,
progress.
the notice of the corporate briefing section, which was required to be amended, or which is required to be some addition was suggested by the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan, Pakistan Stock Exchange, which required the addition of the email for the reference of any questions or the queries in advance to the relevant listed company. We have added that email ID in our notice of the annual corporate briefing session, which was published on the designated portal of the Pukars of Pakistan Stock Exchange at least 7 days before this corporate briefing session, in accordance with the applicable laws and regulations. So though we haven't received any query or any question in that regard on that referred email ID or that mentioned email ID in reference to the corporate briefing session, in reference to the presentation that was required to be shared by each listed company and was shared by us through the designated portal of Pukars. Corporate briefing session, guidelines by the Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan and the Pakistan Stock Exchange uh, as required under the guidelines shared by the Pakistan Stock Exchange and the Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan, as the CFO and the CEOs are required to be present in the meeting in each corporate briefing session of every listed company. So I would like to mention to the honorable participant of this corporate briefing session that our CFO and Executive Director, Mr. Jalal Meghani, and our CEO, Mr. Manzar Mushtaq, are present in person through Zoom link facility in this corporate briefing session to verify and to validate the requirement of the guidelines issued by the Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan, Pakistan Stock Exchange. Further proceeding through corporate briefing section, I would like to request Mr. Jalal Meghani, our Executive Director and also the Chief Financial Officer, to please proceed with the presentation on the annual presentation, corporate briefing session presentation in reference to the year ended December 31st, 2024. Please, Jalal sir.
Thank you, Aslan. Thank you, participants, for attending this session.
Recording stopped.
This is with regards to 2024 financial performance and financial results of the company. And I'll quickly go through
Recording in progress.
a few slides for the understanding. We all know about this overview. We have presented it last year as well. Adamjee Life was formed in 2008, commenced operation in 2009, and was being listed on PSX in 2022. And with a 90% holding by our parent company, Adamjee Insurance Company. So it's a subsidiary of Adamjee Insurance Company Limited. The group overview, it's a part of the Nishat Group. We all know about this group, and which have several companies listed on the stock exchange. On the vision side, the vision is to be the most trusted insurance partner. And our key products are individual life products, which include saving and protection plans. And substantially, it's saving product with unit-linked statutory funds. And we have various optional riders along with our basic insurance plan. We also offer corporate group life products, including credit life plans, pay continuation, and group saving plan. And we have established our Takaful window in 2016, selling both individual and group life products. These are the list of various riders we sell along with the basic plan. And most importantly, it's a waiver of premium, continuation of the policy after that. Critical illness are two of the most running items in our product basket. Financial rating last issued by the PACRA on June 26, 2024 was A++. On the strategic objectives, I will highlight two of the topmost objectives. One is to increase our market share and attain profitability in a direct distribution model. We started direct distribution model on full scale in 2018. So we are in the 6th year of operation, and inshallah, as envisaged in our strategic plan, we will attain profitability, overall profitability in this model in next couple of years, and will increase the market share as well. We are slowly and gradually increasing our market share in direct distribution model. And in Banca, we are already established with 20% market share since we started operation in 2011. The other strategic objective is to capitalize strategic partnerships in the digital space, tagging our product digitally with various fintechs like telcos and the pay plans. Our major revenue drivers, as I said, is bank assurance with 819 sales representatives. And market share in 2024 was 15.28. Our major partner was MCB Bank, both on the conventional and Islamic window. Number 2 is Habib Metropolitan, and MCB Islamic are two others major partners on the banker desk. In the direct distribution, our market share in private sector is 10%. With 74 sales office and 2,351 agents working along with the 74 sales office. On the group life corporate side, our number of accounts is 237 with 1.1 billion of gross premium underwritten in 2024. Claim ratio is very decent at 62%. Demonstrating the profitability of this segment in 2024, and our market share is 7%. There is an improvement on market share from 5 to 7% in group life and from 7 to 10% in direct distribution, whereas in Banca, 2024 was overall industry-wide, there was a negative growth. However, we have recovered the grounds in 2025, and our current market share is around 20%. These are the major competitors. Now, the financial highlights, our total gross premium was 30.97 billion in 2024 with investment income of 26.77, earning per share of 6.22, total benefits paid to policyholder, including claims and maturity payments and surrenders are 23.26 billion. Our total investment, the policyholder funds is 105.75 billion, total equity and reserves of 5.43 billion. Profit after tax, highest in the history of Adamjee Life, 1.55 billion, that is after tax. Before tax, it was 2.5 billion. Total asset size of the company is 116.4 billion. This is the graphical trajectory of our top line, and we can see steady growth from 2019 and steady and steep growth from 23 to 24. And likewise, the size of the statutory fund is also representative of the increase in the revenue and the investment income. We achieved break-even around 2018-17, and as happens with the life insurance company, when you start generating profits, after a couple of years, the rate of increase in profits rise significantly because of the size of the book and the investment income of the portfolio which we have built. So from 498 in 22, 908 in 23 to 1.5 billion in 2024. This is the share price analysis and minimum and maximum share price analysis in the year 2024. And that's the 6 years financial performance. We have shared this presentation. I don't want to go through the numbers. If somebody has any questions, you're most welcome to ask that. The significant one is the total assets of 116, which I've already deliberated, the reserves of 1.8 billion, and unappropriated profit of 1 billion. That's the P&L side of the performance. And you can see the investment income component in 2024 was 26.7 billion. Some share information, the breakup value of our share is 21.73, which translates into 1.39 as against the market price. The market price to breakup value is 1.39. And that's the translation into the percentages. The previous slides are in numbers, and these are in the percentages. Our net profit margin is 4.4% after tax. In fact, 2.7%, 4.4 is before tax. And our net claims to net premium ratio, including all surrenders and maturities and debt claims, is 80.4% of the net revenue. Equity as to total assets is 4.67%. And our total investment in cash as against the total liabilities is 1.01, demonstrating that we are adequately covered with the investment in cash, excluding the net solvency, which I will deliberate in the next slide. This is the graphical presentation of some balance sheet items. You can see fixed assets rising from 319 to 924, and that's basically due to the IFRS 16 requirements to capitalize our long-term rental agreements. And we have few renewals which occurred in 2024, and we have to capitalize the rental value. We have an investment property in our portfolio, value 1.15 billion, and the investments we have already seen in the previous slides. On the future outlook, I will refer to our director's report, and it's very well explained that there is a significant opportunity in insurance, life insurance, to create awareness about the life insurance product. And as the macroeconomic indicators are stabilized, we are cautiously optimistic that it will improve the liquidity and disposable income of the masses, and hence there will be higher propensity to buy financial products. With creating awareness, there's an opportunity to register growth. I would say if everything goes fine, then 20% plus growth is foreseeable. We have highlighted a challenge for the year 2025, as we all know that in 2024, all the financial institutions have earned significant investment income due to a higher rate of interest and combined with the equity market boost. And we all know that after that, there was a gradual reduction in the interest rates. We still have a holding to the duration of around 365 days for 1 year. And we still registering return of around 13 to 14% as against discount rate of 11%. But nevertheless, the investment income would not be to the tune of what we have recorded in 2024 for the obvious reasons of decreasing interest rates from 22% to 11% as of now. The other challenge is with regards to the IFRS 17, which will put some strain on our resources, especially the human resource, and on the technological side, but we are more or less on track so far. If you see first 3 phases are concerned, the phase 4, which is the final phase of implementation, and there is a challenge across the industry with regards to availability of skilled resources and systems integration, so on and so forth. And there will be a significant challenge to implement IFRS 17, the due date for which is 1st January 2026. The company is more than sufficiently capitalized. All its statutory funds are adequately solvent. Our surplus solvency is around 4.7 billion after setting aside all the solvency requirements of the shareholder and statutory funds. Aslan, I can't move the slide now. Okay. This is the forecasted results as required. That we should have a slide with regards to the future projections. We are a little cautious as far as the projection of gross premium is concerned, and that's with regards to the single premium product. In 2024, we have a single premium of around 15 billion. And in 2025, we have projected single premium of around 10 billion. However, the good news is that we expect around 22% growth in our regular premium products, which is more profitable, which higher margins. However, the decline here is purely due to the conservative projections for the single premium. And our underwriting surplus will remain more or less in the vicinity of 10%. The decrease in underwriting surplus is again attributable to the lower investment income on the surplus funds in the policyholders. Sales tax on life insurance and reinsurance is, as we all know, is a long outstanding litigation, which is currently with the Supreme Court of Pakistan, as the Sindh High Court has vacated the petition on the technical grounds. The merits of the our petition in the provincial courts have not been challenged by any court. So on technical ground, it was vacated, and the industry is currently in the Supreme Court to argue that the point of law was not addressed in the provincial court. And we are very much hopeful that the case will be reverted back to the provincial court to hear merits of the case that sales tax is the life insurance is not service, and sales tax cannot be applied on the gross premium. I have already discussed IFRS 17 challenge. So these were the two major challenges going forward. These are some awards which we have received in 2024, all shared in the presentation previously. And that's the end of the presentation. So any participants have any questions, kindly table that to the company secretary and we'll be glad to answer that.
Jalal sir, there is a query from the two participants. So if you can watch it on your screen, is it showing on your screen?
No. Should I
Query.
first disconnect?
First query is from Fiza Ejaz Saiba, and she has stated that you mentioned that rupees 15 billion came from single premium business. Was this mainly from new policy holders or repeat investments from existing clients?
Look, the customer segment for regular premium, the long-term product, which is 15-20 year product, and a single premium product, which normally ranges from 2 to 3 years, is very different. So the client base for the single premium is obviously different from the existing customers of the regular premium long-term plans.
Yes, sir. Another question is from Zuhair Saab from Chase Securities. Could you please provide a brief overview of the number of securities offering a return rate between 13% and 14%?
Sorry, can you repeat that, please?
Could you please provide a brief overview of the number of securities offering a return rate between 13% and 14%?
Okay, out of 105 billion, around 80 plus billion rupees is in government securities. And out of that 80 billion, 49% we have taken a long, you can't say the very long-term position, but a medium from 181 to 360 days position. So this 49% out of 83 billion is mostly the government securities, the PIBs and the Ijaras on the Takaful side.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Jina Sheh Saab,
This
we can hear you.
is Nasheed Malik from Topline Securities. Thank you for detailed presentation. आप लोगों ने अपना ग्रॉस प्रीमियम्स वगैरह की एस्टिमेट्स दी हैं, तो मुझे सबसे पहले तो आप थोड़ा ये बता देंगे कि आप लोगों का मार्केट शेयर कितना है इन ग्रॉस प्रीमियम्स की एस्टिमेशंस का, और दूसरा ये कि किन सेक्टर्स से आप लोगों को ज़्यादा ग्रोथ या डिक्लाइन किन पर्टिकुलर सेगमेंट से नज़र आ रहा है। और फाइनल मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि अंडर राइटिंग मार्जिन जो आप लोग के हैं 9.5 से 10% के बीच जो नज़र आए हैं मुझे, तो ये कंपेयर टू इंडस्ट्री कैसे हैं ये अंडर राइटिंग मार्जिन? थैंक यू।
ऑल राइट, एक स्लाइड मैंने शेयर की थी, उसमें मैंने बताया था कि बैंका में जो मार्केट शेयर था हमारा 24 में, which was 15.28, it's now 22%. मई की अगर आप अप्रैल की MIS से तो बैंका will remain as our major revenue driver going forward. जो projections में हमने आपको बताई है, जो regular premium जो जिससे प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी ज़्यादा ड्राइव होती है, वैसे तो सारे प्रॉफिटेबल है, सिंगल प्रीमियम भी प्रॉफिटेबल प्रोडक्ट है हमारा, लेकिन जो लॉन्ग टर्म प्रोडक्ट है उसकी प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी ज़्यादा होती है, तो वो उसका जो मेजर ड्राइवर है वो बैंक इंश्योरेंस है। उसका मार्केट शेयर हमारा 20-22% इस वक्त है, और हिस्टोरिकली भी एक्सेप्ट फॉर 2024 जहाँ पे हम 16% पे थे, वी ऑलवेज होवर्ड अराउंड 18 to 20%, ये बैंक एश्योरेंस में। और जहाँ तक डायरेक्ट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है, जहाँ जो हमारे डायरेक्ट सेल्स ऑफिस से काम होता है, वो हमने आपको बताया कि वी आर द लेट एंट्रेंट, क्योंकि हम न्यूअर कंपनी है एज कम्पेयर टू आवर कॉम्पिटिटर्स जो कि 25-30 साल से ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं। हमने 2017-18 में फुल स्कोप डायरेक्ट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन शुरू किया था, और हमारा मार्केट शेयर प्राइवेट सेक्टर में स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 2% was 10% in 2024, और वो एक स्टेडी ग्रोथ की तरफ है। इस वक्त भी जो मई तक के रिजल्ट्स हैं, अप्रैल तक के रिजल्ट्स हैं, उसमें जो ग्रोथ है वो अराउंड 4 to 5% की अभी आपको नजर आई। ये जो एजेंसी डायरेक्ट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है, इसका इस वक्त टोटल रेवेन्यू में, टोटल पाई में जो शेयर है वो अराउंड 19 to 20% एजेंसी का शेयर होगा। इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, मैं आपको यस, इट्स अराउंड 19% इन एजेंसी। और जो पाई के अंदर हमारा ग्रुप लाइफ का शेयर है वो 29% है, और मार्केट शेयर हमारा जो था वो 5% था लास्ट ईयर, जो 7% पे हमने 2024 में अचीव किया था। और इसी जो हमारा टारगेट है स्ट्रेटेजिक प्लान में, वो डायरेक्ट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में 15% मार्केट शेयर का है, और बैंका के अंदर क्योंकि एक लेवल पे आपने एक अचीव कर ली है, उसको सस्टेन हम इंशाल्लाह करेंगे, मोमेंटम वही बरकरार रहेगा, and will try to maintain 20-25% मार्केट शेयर इन बैंका। जबकि ग्रुप लाइफ में विद द हेल्प ऑफ न्यू प्रोडक्ट्स, जो डिजिटल रेवेन्यूज हैं, जो मैंने बात की, पार्टनरशिप्स विद टेलकोज एंड अदर पे पार्टनर्स, उसमें हम ग्रोथ फोर्सी कर रहे हैं, और हमारा मार्केट शेयर इंशाल्लाह जो इस वक्त करेंटली 10 है, वो हम 15 से 20% इन लॉन्ग टर्म प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं इन ग्रुप लाइफ। So that's the answer to your questions on the growth side. Single premium, जैसे मैंने बताया, हम हमेशा कंजर्वेटिव ही प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं, बिकॉज ये शॉर्ट टर्म प्रोडक्ट है एंड इट मूव्स अकॉर्डिंग टू द इन्वेस्टमेंट रिटर्न्स। द सेकंड क्वेश्चन क्या था सलान इनका?
मेरे ख्याल में सर आपने कवर कर दी है उनका क्वेश्चन। आई होप सो।
अंडरराइटिंग मार्जिन जो है वो ऑब्वियसली जो हमारे कॉम्पिटिटर्स का है वो इस वक्त बेहतर है, और उसकी वजह इयर्स ऑफ ऑपरेशन है और उनकी रिन्यूएबल बुक है। आप एज यू एज योर रिन्यूएबल बुक, जो इस वक्त हमारा रिन्यूएबल मल्टीपल है टू रेगुलर प्रीमियम, वो हमारा है 3.5 का, और ये जो हमारे एक मेजर कॉम्पिटिटर हैं उनका जो रेवेन्यू मल्टीपल है, रिन्यूएबल प्रीमियम का मल्टीपल, वो 4.86 है। तो ऑब्वियसली जो अंडरराइटिंग मार्जिन होगा और जो फंड साइज है उनका, वो 240 अरब का है, हमारा फंड साइज 105 अरब का है। तो फंड से भी जो आपकी इन्वेस्टमेंट मैनेजमेंट चार्ज और दूसरी चीज़ें जनरेट होती हैं, उससे अंडरराइटिंग मार्जिन में फर्क पड़ता है। तो अंडरराइटिंग मार्जिन इज बेटर फॉर द कॉम्पिटिटर्स, और ये एक जगह पे आके 20-15 या 16% पे सैचुरेट होता है, और हम जब उधर टच कर जाएंगे, जब हमारी रिन्यूएबल बुक का साइज 4.8 हो जाएगा न्यू प्रीमियम से, तो हम भी इंशाल्लाह 15-16% अंडरराइटिंग मार्जिन पर खड़े हुए।
Thank you, Jalal sir. There is another question from Muhammad Kumail sir from AKD. Actually, he has asked two questions. First, he asked that can you provide details of the investment mix? And the second question is that how would declining interest rate affect Adamjee life?
देखिए दूसरा जो सवाल है ना, हाउ डज डिक्लाइनिंग इंटरेस्ट वुड इफेक्ट आदमजी लाइफ, वो डिक्लाइनिंग इंटरेस्ट रेट आदमजी लाइफ को नहीं, तमाम फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन को इफेक्ट करेगी, चाहे वो बैंकिंग हो, नॉन बैंकिंग फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, म्यूचुअल फंड्स हैं, लाइफ इंश्योरेंस हैं, तो सबको करेगा। वो उसका ऑब्वियस रीजन है कि फ्रॉम 22% ऑफ द इंटरेस्ट रेट यू आर डाउन टू 11%। और जो मार्केट स्टॉक मार्केट ने जो 62,000 से 1,01,15 किया है, यू कैन नॉट एक्सपेक्ट सिमिलर ग्रोथ एवरी ईयर। वो एक जगह जाके उसको सेचुरेट होना पड़ता है, तो वो सिर्फ आदमजी लाइफ को नहीं, सबको इफेक्ट करेगी। और अगर आपके प्रोजेक्शंस हमारी देखी हो तो इन्वेस्टमेंट इनकम सुखान आपके पास डिटेल इन्वेस्टमेंट होगी, बट इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग 1/3 हमारी जो इन्वेस्टमेंट इनकम जो है वो इफेक्ट करेगी 2025 के अंदर। तो ये इफेक्ट करेगी, सबको करेगी, ऑब्वियस रीजंस है।
थैंक यू सर।
और इसकी आप जी अंडरराइटिंग मार्जिन में आप कहीं कितना इफेक्ट करेगी, तो आपको अंडरराइटिंग मार्जिन में नजर आ रहे हैं जो मैंने प्रोजेक्शन शेयर की है कि फ्रॉम 3.1 टू 2.5, ये तो सिर्फ पॉलिसी होल्डर का ये तो 24 की 25 में इन्वेस्टमेंट इनकम कितने, तो ये अंडरराइटिंग मार्जिन में भी आपको नजर आ रहा है। इसके अलावा जो शेयर होल्डर्स सरप्लस होते हैं, इक्विटीज होती हैं, रेजिडुअल सॉल्वेंसी है, उस पर भी हम इन्वेस्टमेंट इनकम बनाते हैं, वहां पर भी कम होगा। तो यस, वो हमने अपने फ्यूचर आउटलुक में भी बताया हुआ है कि 20 में आप इम्पैक्ट करेगी ड्यू टू द इन्वेस्टमेंट इनकम, बट वी हमने ये भी कहा है कि वी एक्चुअली ग्रोथ ट्रेजेक्ट्री हमारी रहेगी, और हम विल इंशाल्लाह कंटिन्यू द मोमेंटम ऑफ पेइंग पे आउट्स जो होते हैं हमारे डिविडेंड के पे आउट्स, वो हम मेंटेन करेंगे, सस्टेन करेंगे।
जी।
और पहला सवाल क्या था उनका, डिटेल्स ऑफ सिक्योरिटीज।
जी सर, कैन यू प्रोवाइड डिटेल्स ऑफ द इन्वेस्टमेंट मिक्स?
इन्वेस्ट देखें 80, जैसे मैंने कहा कि आउट ऑफ 115 बिलियन आपके अराउंड 85 बिलियन के गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज हैं, जिसमें लॉन्ग टर्म पोजीशंस भी हैं, शॉर्ट टर्म भी है, टी बिल्स, पीआईबीज, फ्लोटिंग रेट्स पर भी हैं, फिक्स रेट्स पर भी हैं, इजाराज भी हैं। तो ये सारे लो रिस्क फंड्स हैं हमारे, अराउंड 80%। और जो डायरेक्ट इक्विटी और इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड्स हैं वो हमारे तकरीबन 16 अरब के होंगे, 15 to 16 बिलियन रुपीस के। एंड देन वी हैव दिस इनकम फंड्स, म्यूचुअल फंड्स, और कैश डिपॉजिट्स हैं, मनी मार्केट्स के अंदर हैं। बट आपको जो दो मेजर हमने बता दिए वो 80% इन गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज एंड अराउंड 15 to 16 बिलियन आउट ऑफ, अगर आप टोटल इन्वेस्टमेंट देखें पॉलिसी होल्डर और शेयर होल्डर को मिलाकर, तो वो 116 अरब है। 116 में से आप 83-85 अरब के गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज और 16 अरब की इक्विटी निकाल दें, तो बाकी आपके इनकम फंड्स हैं म्यूचुअल फंड्स में, और मोस्टली मनी मार्केट हैं और कैश एंड बैंक डिपॉजिट्स हैं।
Thank you, sir. I think that we have concluded all the questions that has been raised by the participant here in the CBS session. But I will certainly request all the participants here in the CBS session, if anyone has any question which has not been addressed, or anything he or she thinks that need to be readdressed or explained in a briefer sense, so he can please raise his or her hand, or also the question that he or she has. Sir, Kumail Saab has another message. Can you be more clear about the division between PIBS and T-bills?
Okay. You have to give me 2 minutes. Yes,
Sure.
दिसंबर की बेस पे 14 मिलियन।
जी जी मैं बताता हूँ, ये रहा मेरे पास पूरी पड़ी हुई। Okay. We have 49 billion in PIBs and Ijara Sukuks and 34 billion in T-bills. And this is as of current. And I think the similar proportion was in 2024. Yeah, similar. PIBs and Ijaras. No, Ijara Sukuks. हाँ, तो ये तब सब मिला के PIBs, Ijara Sukuks is 49 and 34 in the T-bills.
Thank you, Jal sir. Thank you, Jal sir. I think comments are your query or the question has been addressed. So if you have any further query or the question, you can please specify in the message box. नहीं. All the queries and the questions which has been raised by the participant has been addressed by a representative and officials of the company. I would like to thank all the participants here. First of all, to the Mr. Manzur Mushtaq Saab, our CEO, and Mr. Jalal Meghani Saab on the briefing that he has provided with to all the participants, being the CFO and the executive director of the company. I would like to thank all the participants, and I would like to conclude this session under the PSX rule book clause 5.7.3, which is required to, or which require every company to hold the session, and which require every company to hold a corporate briefing session annually. So this is an annual corporate briefing session under 5.7.3. So we would like to end our session with a note of thanks from our officials and representatives. So thank you so much, and take care.
Recording stopped.
हाँ उधर सेव हो गई है ना, ये देखिए सेव हो गई है।
शुरू वाली है आपके पास?
ये 6 में पास।
Hey Google, switch off everything.